This is just going to be a quick, short little video on my sweet corn. I've showed it in another video when it was a little bit smaller. As you can see, there's some corn that's growing above the rest. There's some that have already got cobs on them, and what you can see right in the middle here is the tassels on the corn. Now these tassels is what pollinate the kernels on each cob, and I'll just quickly go for a little walk in there and I'll show you a cob that's starting to form, which you can see right here. That's a cob that's forming there, and if you follow that stalk up, you'll see directly at the top of it, that's tassels. All these little things here is what pollinates each kernel on the cob. So the easiest way to keep good pollination is block formations. Now I know that this isn't a perfect block formation because I'm missing a little section at the back and it was planted at different times. You can see that this section right here at the back, which is a lot taller than the rest, is a lot older. It's probably about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks in advance. I had a bit of damage in the back here, which I replanted and then it got damaged again, so I'm not too worried. I've just planted some more corn out the front and I'm hoping for a fairly good crop out of this. Even though this crop is very short, I enjoy having short crops because you don't get as much excess cobs. You can sort of gradually go through and pick and eat it, and it's a lot sweeter. Especially when the plant's only got 1 or 2 cobs on it. I like having smaller crops for that reason, because you get a lot smaller cob, and I'm not exactly a very big corn eater, but this particular batch right here, this plot right here that I've got growing, will supply me with enough corn to start with, and then I'll quickly just duck out the front and show you the other patch that I'm planting now. I don't know exactly if you can see them, but there's about 8 rows or so of corn here. There's one here. I put a different variety in the middle here, just here. You can see there's only a couple come up just there, sort of thing, and a couple more. That's a different variety. I may get a couple more come up in between, but I will probably replant a lot of that area. And as you can see, this other spot across here, which is getting a nice little row going. And anywhere there's spaces in about a fortnight's time or a week's time, if it hasn't come up, I'll just fill it in. I'll just replant, and I'll end up with, you know, shorter ones and taller ones, but that's fine. They'll grow in and they'll do their job. But if you can see to the left of the screen, you can see the section that I've just ran the rotary hoe over this morning quickly to loosen the soil back up again, because I've stood in that area to plant this next 3 rows that I've put right here. You can sort of see them. Can't see where they've come up, but they were planted on Friday afternoon, and we've had a fair bit of rain up here in central Queensland, so there's a lot of moisture around, so that's why I planted on Friday. We're about to get a heap more rain, and my yard's pretty good. It doesn't hold water in around my gardens. It sort of sinks in and whatnot, but I'll just yeah, it's a pretty easy process. I plant them probably 1 inch deep or so, and about a knuckle to a knuckle and a half or so deep, and this is the results I get. I get plenty of corn. This year I've decided that this plot here, which if you followed along my videos, is where I had tomatoes. I had Roma tomatoes in here, and then I had cherry tomatoes along that edge, like that, all the way along there. So I can't plant tomatoes here again, but my tomato plot will be in the next video. I'll show you that.